So here I'm looking at trying to get a 1 litre product of peach syrup moonshine. As you can see, I've already drained off the syrup from the 2 tins of peaches there, which gives me 250ml of lovely syrup. And in those 2 tins, it works out that there's 120 grams of sugar. Now, if I do my maths reasonably correctly, I should be looking at using 300ml of water, 200 grams of granulated white sugar, and if I combine the lot of it, I should end up with a 600 millilitres of some peach syrup that I can use. Well, as per any kind of syrup, the water and the sugar goes in together, get up to a little nice rolling boil and leave it there for around 10 minutes, I guess. And then after that, take it off the heat, let it cool down for just a touch. I've lobbed in the syrup from the tins and obviously the fruit as well. It's all looking quite good. And then next thing to do is just let this cool down a little bit more and then just drop it into a jar. So that's what it looks like now. Quite a nice colour in there, smells okay. So I'm just going to pop the lid down and then I think I'll just put it to one side for a little while. So there's the peaches. They've been sat there marinating for a couple of days now. So what I've got to do next is obviously strain this off and then see what liquid I've got and work out what ABV I'm going to cut this down to. So I've ended up with 600 millilitres of the peach syrup and I need to add that to 400 millilitres of my neutral spirit, which is 92% ABV. And if I mix these two up together, I should get a litre of 38% peach syrup moonshine. And here's the end product. I say end product. It looks okay. Tastes meh, not too bad. But it needs something extra with it. So out comes the blender. So whether that was a bit of a rush of blood to the head or what, I do not know, but I've blended up all the fruit, the 2 cans worth, with a little bit of the syrup and alcohol in the blender, bunged it all back in the jar. That's what we're looking at. So that's now increased the volume to 1.1 litres and obviously that's dropped the ABV down to somewhere around 33%. But it does taste a lot better. Any patient person would have either added more syrup to it or some peach essence or whatever, but I don't care. I'm just boshing it on in there. And that should be good. I shall leave it to see if it settles down at all. But because the syrup is pretty thick, it might all stay suspended. And obviously with the alcohol and the sugar in there, it shouldn't really go off, I don't think. But time will tell. But it tastes good anyway, so that's what really counts with this one. Obviously not a peach snaps by any stretch of the imagination, but it'll do us. So yeah, there we go. There's some peach moonshine gloop. So after a couple of days, the gloop was holding itself together okay, but there was still quite a few chunky bits of the fruit pulp kicking about in there, so I decided to strain it through the sieve. Good thing was it did work okay. I got a smoother product out at the end of it. Bad thing was I did manage to end up spilling quite a bit of it, so yeah, that was a bit of a nightmare. And here's the final product. It's okay, it's come out so-so. I'd give it probably about a 5 out of 10 really. It works, but it doesn't work. The other half likes it, which is good. I think now I've strained it through again, it's okay, but you could have either just used the peach extract, boshed it straight into the spirit, which would have been okay. I have used that before and it's not really worked. Not for my flavour. I either like quite a kick to the drink or real strong flavour to it, something that you know what you're drinking. But this is a little bit whimsical. So it's a bit of a whatever your taste is really. So you could have either used the essence into it, or if I feel the urge to do this again, I won't make this syrup myself with the sugar and the water. I think it would just be best bet to get a couple of extra cans at least of the tin peaches and just use that instead. It's all there for you really, the sugar and the syrup and the juices from the peaches. And I could have just, if I thought about it a bit better, I would have just chucked the lot in and then strained it off, and jobs are good. But there you go, you live and learn. It's okay, we'll drink it, don't worry about that. But yeah, 5 out of 10. Not the best, not the worst. So there you go. Thank you very much.